It is 8:03. Do you know where your toy daddies are? Here we go.
TPC and Toy Daddies, TPC and Toy Daddies.
Toy Daddies unite, let's celebrate. Top 10 photos that make us salivate. Through the camera's eye, see the stories told. Loving toys forever, young hearts bold. Bold, bold.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Yimbo, but tonight is a Toy Daddy takeover evening. So first up, boom, there's no chewing. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Mr. Yimbo? How's everyone doing?
Oh, this is so good. I'm so excited because we have a very special guest and we only have a little pocket of time and we want to be very respectful of that. So I want to bring in our special guest because we are doing a victory lap this evening. We weren't sure if we needed the Toy Daddy push to get over the finish line, but we did not. So the Ecto-1 Haslab has been backed, and tonight we have special guest Emily.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Emily.
Oh, it's so good to have you here. And again,
Thank you for having
congratulations.
me.
Did you see Chewy's sharp jacket? And I'm rocking my Venkman shirt.
You
There
guys
we
look
go.
fantastic. I will admit I did not pack any Ghostbusters clothing for my Thanksgiving break trip, so I am rocking this pink sweater instead. But I'm very jealous of your fashion. You look delightful.
Oh,
This is
You
as
have-
close to cosplaying as I have ever gotten.
I love it.
I glued on the patch. I glued on this patch.
There you go.
Done.
Nicely done. Perfect. That's all you
that
need.
looks
Easy as
great.
pie.
The Ghostbuster cosplay has always been very intriguing to me, especially with previous Haslabs. Like, that's just a whole other community of amazing people that are just, they go so hard in that direction. It's really, because Chewy, you have the Proton Pack?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Do you have
right
both?
there.
Yeah.
It's there. It hangs there. Well, not hangs. It sits there. I should mount it, but it's there.
Well,
Hey, mine sits on my floor. I have proton packs just everywhere at this point, which is really fun and not necessarily something not necessarily a place I thought I would be in my life, but here I am and I'm loving it. So I
yeah.
think it's delightful.
I
But
mean,
it's so cool to see. I think of a lot of the communities, the Ghostbusters cosplay community is so into being able to mod things and being able to customize them, and they are so incredibly creative. And so I'm always kind of blown away by what they've done with either like the Proton Pack Haslab or like creating their own products. And it's just really cool to see people when they come up and chat with us at events for them to be able to kind of show off what they've done. At Rhode Island Comic Con, there was a couple people and they had like bedazzled ecto goggles that I was really jealous of, like full bedazzle. It was like, oh, this is exactly what I want in my life.
yeah, like, these are my people.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
this is what I want.
And even it goes beyond like this pack. I keep it down here, and I'll never sell it for this one moment when my daughter had like a bunch of her friends over, all girls, and they snuck down to my office, which got me nervous for a moment. Like, ooh, and then they
You're like,
found
don't
that.
touch the 78 points dial back there.
Don't try to open the details. It's a mess. It's all going to collapse. But so they saw the proton pack and they recognized it, even though they were like 7 at the time, but because they have older brothers or like family and they all watched it, they all nerded out. Like, I've never seen or expected a moment where a bunch of 7-year-old girls would cluster around a proton pack and nerd out. And my daughter just like, I think she screamed out to my wife, she's like, can we play with the proton pack? I don't think she knew what it was. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. And they just started
I love
taking it
it.
apart. And it was the coolest moment. So they're running around my house with they both have to hold the backpack because they were 7. And there's like,
Yeah,
some
it's
2
like
girls.
35 pounds. Yep.
Yeah. While the other one girl had like the actual neutrino wand like blasted around.
I love it. And especially like we do. So at Rhode Island Comic Con this year, we were doing some product giveaways and we were doing ESP card tests so the 2 in the box comes with the ESP cards. And so we were doing tests for the kids. And, because they're cute kids, they couldn't fail. So everybody had amazing psychic abilities and they were able to get Ghostbusters toys when they would come by the booth, which was but it's so cool to see kids excited about Ghostbusters. This is the next generation of fans, and so it's really kind of whatever we can do to help nurture that amongst the next generation. Like, why wouldn't we want to do that?
For
Absolutely.
sure. And I could tell you, so my kids are 5, and I've, like first of all, as soon as I could start playing the Ghostbusters song for my kids, I would. So like,
Oh, absolutely.
my,
Good
my son
choices.
has been, go Buster, go Butter, go Butter. That was his version of it. And then even recently getting him into like the real Ghostbusters, where that show kind of still holds up. It's a little, there's some scary stuff even for, like he'll look at
That's
me,
pretty good.
but on the whole, like it's a good show. But again, keeping that, like, passing that love down to the next generation it's such a fun aspect of parenthood that we've been able to talk about and enjoy. But man, like the cosplayers, we had a chance, or I guess I shouldn't say we as in Chewy, because he wasn't at New York
I was
Comic
gonna say
Con.
I don't remember this moment.
No, it wasn't with me.
Make it up. Just roll with it. See what happens.
But I was walking around New York Comic Con in the cosplay area with our friends over at Between Two Sentinels, and we were talking to the firehouse. There's a special name, I guess similar to like, is it the 501st for Star Wars, like the
Yeah.
cosplayer
Mm-hmm.
group? So it's like the firehouse or whatever. But we were doing the Lord's work for you, Emily. We were asking everybody over there if they were getting
Thank you.
the Ecto-1. I was showing pictures of that breakfast shots that I took that morning, and a lot of people were like, "Whoa, this is yes, all right, yes, I'm clearly getting this now." So,
And
it's
I
a
think
nice feeling.
it's been so interesting because we have done a lot of events with these models in person, and so it's been really cool to have people get to see them. But everybody who sees them is like, "Oh my gosh, these look even better in person than I thought they would from the pictures." They're like, "Why didn't you do a better job showing what size these are?" We're like, "Oh, we tried so hard because they're next to the Plasma series figures. You know how big those figures are. We've done them with measurements. Like, you in theory have an idea of how big these cars are, but when you see them in real life, you're like, oh my, these are large and in charge and really nice kind of centerpiece moments. Not centerpieces like some of the Haslabs that have been done, like the Ghost, which will require its own coffee table. The Ectos will fit on so when we're designing, the IKEA Billy bookshelf is the most commonly sold bookshelf in the world. And so we always try to, if we can, design so that whatever our big projects are on our brands will fit on one of those bookshelves, because we figure that it'll be easier for people to actually take them out of the box and display them if they have one of these kicking around.
Oh, see, I like that. I like that thinking. And you know what? As someone who just recently, like right now, my floor is covered in toys, which is, not a bad problem to have.
No, what a sad life. Terrible for everybody.
But like over on my left here, I have a Histech and the Dragonfly, and I look at my shelves and I do think about swapping out some of the figures for vehicle display, because again, with Ecto-1, I'm gonna want that bad boy out and in charge that I can just click on the lights whenever I want, and
or have it plugged into USB-C, have the lights on all the time. Now it's a beautiful focal piece in the room, and it does not have to have the siren on all the time. So you can just have lights only mode and not have it be screaming at you like literally all the time.
Well, I know that as soon as it arrives, like, I'm assuming, because again, kids will only be 6 at that point, that my son especially will be very big into making that wail throughout. But it's like such a
100%. Also, sorry to interrupt.
Sound.
My computer has decided that it's time to shut down, and I brought like world's shortest power cord with me. So I'm going to briefly rearrange myself.
No
so
problem.
Not a problem. On the floor next to an outlet.
You know what? This is a good chance, real quick, Emily, to say hi to our chat and all of our wonderful friends out here watching along. Literally Action Figures. I'll start with his. Said, Emily, congrats to you and the team. I know it's not over yet, but well done with the Ecto-1. Can't wait for it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought you'd let to hear that. Josh Brown's in the house tonight. Too much new toys. What's going on, Cody? Ray Paz. Oh, hey, Chat Buzz. There you go. Machu Toys in the house. There he is. Kid Dolting says, Emily, you have Janine Ghostbuster 1 vibes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what we should
Zach
always
is in the
aspire
house.
to.
Happy Sunday. Let's see. Rel Collects. What's going on, buddy boy? And Danny, Toy Addict 17. Hello, Danny. And Trix Blast, who got his first Marvel Legends Wolverine. There you go. I like
Oh, very
that.
cool. man.
Cool.
So we have here we go. We have this all up and running. So we
Beautiful.
still have a day left, day and 3 hours. Well, just under 4 hours, day and 4 hours. But this is, I can't stress enough. I've been talking about this since the breakfast at Comic-Con, and it is really something to behold. And you know, when you look at the value, this is my joke. So there's like the parenting / teacher mentality, which was, you know, like you give kids options, but it's like, do you want to go to bed in 2 minutes or 5 minutes type of situation? That's how it felt with this offering here, where it's like, these are, you're
Yeah.
giving us a choice, but like, I can't understand. I mean, like, again, maybe it's financial or whatever.
You know,
but,
I
like,
have heard people say that they were only going for the first, like the base model. Totally respectable.
for sure.
I don't relate to that, but
If you were, so I can see, so the kind of the way that this came about is we were talking through, you know, the top 3 things that people have really been asking for plasma series, right? We've said this before. So it was Ghosts, it was the Cars, and it was Ghostbusters 2. But we also know that Ghostbusters 2 is kind of a polarizing movie, and while some people are really into it, some people really are not into it at all. And so we wanted to give people an option if for some reason you are one of those people who is not moved to tears by watching the Statue of Liberty walk, then you do not necessarily need to invest in the deluxe version of this. Additionally, if you want to have 2 of the cars on display, so that you have an Ecto-1 and you have an Ecto-1A, then this allows you to get 2 car bodies at a slightly lower price than you would have if you were backing 2 of the deluxes. Although you can also back 2 of the deluxes if you want. That is what I did. So I'll have deluxe models out the wazoo when they come in. But it's been so fun to get to work on this, and it's a unique Haslab because it's really kind of a self-contained story, and it's kind of an all-in-one collection where even if you don't have anything else plasma series, you can tell some really cool stories with this. And if you do have more plasma series, you can tell even more kind of robust and interesting stories. So we've had just a ton of fun getting to work on this project and count ourselves so lucky to get to kind of contribute this to the lore of Ghostbusters toys. You know, 6-inch scale Ectomobile hasn't been done before.
Right.
And we can confidently say that this one really rolls, and we're excited to bring it to market.
Oh man. And I think, I forget if I saw you since that decision, but when you guys added Tully as an automatic, you know, like removing the stipulations and the dates and just like, that was such a great move. Like, I know as a fan and as a consumer, like, I was just like, yes, this is great. I don't have to worry about that. Like, we're just gonna get him now, and it makes me so excited because he looks so spectacular. And I know you've talked, like,
and we see a lot of toys, right? And it's so cool to, in those moments where every once in a while, like, the toys that we do look beautiful, and every once in a while we just go, oh my God, we have just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I think the Tully head sculpt is one of the best head sculpts in terms of actor likeness that I have ever seen. I mean, it brings me a lot of joy to see. And I also love when we do action figure heads that aren't just neutral expressions. So that's one of the things that we have really gotten to do with the Haslab, is because there are kind of existing versions of these figures that have more of a neutral expression. We have been pushing the envelope a little bit on, you know, how can we make these a little bit more emotive? How can we make these more expressive? How can we make these feel like they fit in universe? And so all the reference images that we sent over to our kind of sculpting team are more emotive faces. And so those are really cool moments for us to get to bring that to life too.
Yeah, I was watching you, I guess a couple of weeks back on Toy Anxiety, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys, spent some time on like talking about this, and it's so true because it is the perfect. It's not just Rick Moranis and his perfect likeness, but it's the acting expression of Tully. Like, it is just that innocent. Oh, gee Wilgers. Like, it's so spot on. I can't. It's just so good.
And doing such a great job with that PKE reading on the right-hand side.
Oh
Like,
my goodness,
just
right?
knocking it out
Yeah.
of the park. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
trying to cover the reflection in the window behind me of the, oh, nope, if I do that, but shift this way. Okay. All right, we're nailing it. We
All
got
right,
this.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
All good.
um, oh, geez. So when just so people, like again, I know you've been making the rounds, and as a community, we appreciate hearing from you as you pop up on all the different, talking head shows. But when did you guys actually start the preparation for, like, how long has this Hazbro Lab been in development?
This one has, we usually start development on HasLabs about a year out before the campaign launches. So this one has
Okay.
been in development for quite a while. So we wanted to do something a little bit different after the two in the box HasLab, which should be
Hmm.
shipping out very soon. So so as you could imagine, it's there's a lot of two in the box HasLabs to ship, and the way that
Hmm.
we ship HasLabs is a little bit different than how we ship out pre-orders. So we want to make sure that everybody is getting their HasLabs at roughly the same time. And so
Hmm.
all of the shipping labels get sent to FedEx for processing at the same time. So as you can imagine, that's like 20,000 labels that have to
Sure.
get generated in the United States and then all kind of put on boxes and then sent out to their respective areas. So it takes a little while to do that. So those got sent out, I believe, the week before Thanksgiving. So they are currently in process, and we are hoping that they will ship out before mid-December. So you should have
Nice.
those to enjoy soon, and I hope that
Hmm.
they are worth waiting for because they are. I think they're delightful.
Hmm.
So we knew after the two in the box that we wanted to do something really fun, and so the way that we do HasLabs now is we do testing on all of the concepts because we want to make sure that it's really something that fans are excited about and that this is the right time to do it. So I think we took 4 different concepts to testing for this one, and the general consensus was that the Ectomobile was really what people were looking for next, which was an
Yeah.
immense amount of fun. And so
Hmm.
then we got to go into kind of starting to figure out, okay, what are the must-haves, what are the nice to haves, what are the things that we really want to make sure we are getting to fans
Hmm.
and making sure that we can bring to life. And so it's been really cool to get to work as a team and kind of decide what we're prioritizing and what is the kind of the most important and the things that we were absolutely unwilling to compromise on,
Sure.
which has been great.
Oh, that's so. Oh, it's got to be so. How does it feel? So obviously, we all have a sense of, like, again, that sense of victory, that sense of, like, all right, crossing the finish line. But to be in this situation, so yesterday, so, like, how did that feel to see that campaign cross the 12,000?
It's always a little nerve-wracking. I never had any doubts that this was going to fund. I know that there were a lot of kind of external factors working against this HasLab, and there's gonna be a lot of learnings that we, much like all of our campaigns, that we can kind of take away to help refine projects moving forward. But this one has been a ton of fun to do. The Ghostbusters team is kind of a scrappy little team at Hasbro, and so everybody is kind of all hands on deck to make things happen. But
Mm-hmm.
the I feel like our campaigns just keep getting better. And so it's amazing to have all of the friends that we have made and get to hang out with now and talk about Ghostbusters with. And like last week, we drove down to New Jersey to go hang out with the Ectotech team and Matt Cardona,
Oh,
who
that's
was just
awesome.
like, I'll be in town. Do you want to do something? Like, yes, that
Yeah.
would be great. Would you like to come hang out with the Ectotech team and see Greg's Ecto-1A replica with us? He was like, yes, absolutely. And it was so cold. We were filming in Greg's garage because it was raining outside, so we couldn't have the car outside. So I had the boys and I stopped at Target on our way so that I could buy more layers to put on for doing this video, which is why I have like a flannel and a long sleeve and a hat on, and you can't see it, but I have like 3 layers of socks on to stay warm. But it's like, what other brands do you get to do that on? Like it's been so much fun. So we get to try a
Yeah.
lot of new things, and the so like one of the things I brought with me. So I brought one of our prototype
Oh
slimers
yeah,
that
that's
we brought out. So like this is
there
something
we
that we
go.
did
Oop.
because it seemed like a really fun way to get a little bit more of the project out there into the universe. And so this is a 1-to-1. It is a rapid printed prototype of our Plasma Series Slimer figure. And the so imagine, if you will, our model shop team printed these for me and assembled them, and I am carrying them through the office to go and pack them up. And so it's just 5 of them like this on a tray, and every person I pass is just like, what is she doing? That's just Slimer butts. Which is really, like, from a silhouette perspective, like, it's pretty good. This is, as we refer to it in the biz, on model. So, but like, it's been super fun to kind of get to send these out into the world and let people enjoy a little piece of the project, even if they can't make it to some of the events where the models have been.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Emily, I'm telling you, when I walked up that, like, of course I got blinded by the flashing lights, and then as soon as I start, like, okay, now I'm fixing my focal, like, on toys, and
there's
immediately I
a lot
went,
to look at with
that's his butt. That's the Slimer butt.
It's beautiful. There is extensive reference photos for Slimer, specifically Slimer's butt, because we really wanted to make sure that of all the things, Slimer's butt is well executed.
Right.
Well, honestly, it sells the car. I mean, give the people what they want.
Exactly. You're going to buy the car for the butt. So I get it.
Oh, it's too funny. This is, by the way, just wanted to highlight, if you have any questions for Emily, by all means, again, we don't want to monopolize her whole evening. This is just so nice that we get this little victory lap with her right now. So if there are any other special questions that you have for her, this is the perfect time to ask. So
yeah. And I do see one in the, yes. Okay. So we have mentioned this before. So because this project comes with so many figures, we actually made a choice as a development team to forego individual figure packaging, because it was actually enough cost savings where we could put an extra figure in with the product offering.
Ooh.
So by foregoing individual packaging on the figures, we actually had enough money to add an entire extra figure to the offering, just because there would have been so many packaging that needed to be developed for this. So each of the figures will come individually wrapped, either in lovingly in tissue paper in a poly bag. We'll make sure that they are safe and secure in the box, but they will not come in individual packaging, which also means that you don't really have any excuse to not unbox them and get them out with your vehicles, because you won't have any packaging to worry about. And this was a decision that we made as an entire team, including Pat, who is in charge of all of our graphics and packaging. And he said, no, like, let's not do it. It's more important to get the extra figure in.
Wow. So I do love that. So, you're speaking to somebody that, like, preserves boxes, and I'm having a hard time cracking these guys open. But again, like you said, you're taking that one little option, because yes, these should be out. If you're going to crack open, just take everybody out. There's no reason not to.
And just enjoy them. And I think that so we hope that everybody kind of agrees with the mentality that we went with, but to us, it made more sense to be able to get that additional figure in. And that seemed like it was a little bit more fun.
I would much rather take a figure over boxes. Yeah, for sure. So
same. I toss boxes. So I'm happier.
Don't say that too loud, but the packaging team will come for you. But I think that it's so much fun. Each of the brands that we do has its own really cool packaging identity, and it's always so fun to see kind of what the individual line looks are and what makes those packages special, and especially like the convention exclusives that get the kind of above and beyond packaging. Wait until you see the Classified Series San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for next year. It's gonna blow your minds. But it's just so cool to see how creative that execution can be. So while I'm sad we won't get to see that from an individual perspective in the Haslab, the exterior box will still look really pretty, and it will still be a fun unboxing experience for everybody. If you get the deluxe, you get 7 figures. Like, who isn't going to want to hang out with that? Sounds delightful.
Like the Toy Daddies have been known to get together and just sit on and just play with their toys. So like I
As you
really would
should.
love
Yeah.
to time this out, Chewy. We need to time out a trip either in Mass or New Jersey and have a plan around having fun with these Ecto ones.
Absolutely, we'll figure that out. Yeah. Desert the families. We unbox an Ecto-1.
And speaking of
Bring
Emily,
everybody together, have a great time, make it like Thanksgiving part, I don't know, 4 at that
right?
point.
Yeah.
But, get everybody together, then you can have it as a beautiful centerpiece in the table. You could use it as, how could you do this? Figure out a way to attach like a bowl to the hood of the car, use it to pass your like cranberry relish around. I see no downside to this.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a modern Lazy Susan.
Yes. Oh, the most beautiful Lazy Susan that screams siren noises at you. Ah, I love that.
By the way, we have another little question from our friends, Unworthy Collectors. Said, question for Emily: is no chewing your favorite Toy Daddy? Also,
So I try not to be biased in my Toy Daddy preferences, but obviously,
yeah, right. I accept
yeah.
that. That's totally fine. Literally, Action Figure says, "I will always take more figures." Solid choice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
For the record, I was gonna say too, my wife's favorite Toy Daddy is no chewing as well. So just for the record.
True story. True story.
Does that cause any like contention in your household?
No, she's just like, what? No, added the Toy Daddy. No, he's my favorite. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's all good.
Choices are made.
Yeah. Gauntlets are thrown. We get it. We
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Chandra
it's all
gauntlets are thrown. Maybe.
She's
If
stuck
anybody
with me
needs
the
a
rest
Chandra
of the
gauntlets,
week.
still available on Hasbro Pulse. Bless the Chandra gauntlet. Which Ghostbusters movie is my favorite? So I am in a minority. And if we're talking about Ghostbusters in general, Extreme Ghostbusters is actually my favorite, which I know is not an opinion that everybody shares. But man, I think Ghostbusters 2 might be my favorite of the movies. Just because it's that late 80s, just absolute maximalist kind of throw everything and see what sticks comedy. And I really appreciate that. I like later movies in trilogies, like if we're talking Back to the Future, third
Right.
Back to the Future, obviously. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with Ghostbusters 2 and or Extreme Ghostbusters if I'm allowed to count animation.
Good answer.
I would agree with Extreme Ghostbusters. That holds a place with me because it was on before school, and I would catch it, and then it was just there and unique, and it led to that amazing crossover at the ends of the series. And so yeah, I think that's a well earned choice. I didn't see all of real Ghostbusters. It just I kept missing it at the time. I was younger. Like I never catch it. But what would be your favorite Ghostbuster movie?
Oh, Ghostbuster movie. I have a hard time. See, I didn't even realize. I only heard recently in the last year of my life that people have a problem with 2, because I just always I have a hard time picking between them. Like they offer different things, but I just find them both to be great. So I never knew that there was any kind of not supportive.
Anybody was
crowd.
ever maybe not.
Well, it was before
I
the
think that they're
internet. And you got to
fantastic.
watch movies in peace.
Yeah.
That's a lovely way of phrasing it. We're currently working our way through a lot of the holiday movies available on Netflix, and so we watch one. We have very snarky commentary for it, and then we go online and we read even snarkier reviews, which has been a lot of fun. Still watching them, still number 1 on Netflix. So
the movie Hot Frosty keeps coming up in my house, to the sense where my daughter 9, she referenced Hot Frosty. I'm like, please tell me you didn't actually watch Hot Frosty.
The good thing is that that was a Friday night movie in our family, and so having seen it, I feel like there isn't really anything that's that awful. Most of it will go directly over her head, but it is a very wholesome Netflix Christmas movie in which there is one very chaste kiss at the end of the movie, and other than that, there's just a guy running around in a nothing but a scarf for a little while, but important costume
But Emily,
modifications are
happy
made.
birthday? Does he say happy birthday?
No, he doesn't. I don't think.
He had
Does
one
he?
job. He failed.
Yeah. Oh no, I've blocked out most of the movie already. So it's it was
Oh,
a fun watch though.
I can imagine. All right, now you guys are giving me something to put on my watch list. Um,
I mean, temper your expectations, but
I
yes.
mean, yes, it's a yes, it's called Hot Frosty, Yimbo.
all right,
Yep.
Low bar, like the
low bar.
lowest
I
bar you
mean,
could have.
go and watch Ghostbusters 2 instead.
I
That's
think I
fair.
probably
Yeah,
watched Ghostbusters 2 the most with my brothers. But again, I was the youngest kid. There was no internet, there was no Netflix. It was just like there was only so many movies we had on cassette
yeah,
to
Yeah.
watch.
Whatever you
Um,
had kicking around on VHS.
I would probably
yeah.
say overall, just because I've watched it so many more times, and it's my kids, like it's my son's favorite kind of thing to watch. I've seen Afterlife way more in
Yeah.
the last 20 years than I have the first or second one.
True. Yeah. And say I've definitely watched the first Ghostbusters. If I'm getting that inkling to just throw that one on, just because it's chronological, I guess. But I do need to make a point of going back to watch two again, recent, like more recently. I do need to do that.
They're all
Um,
good. They're all lovely in their own ways, and they should all be watched. I think the the scene in Frozen Empire that kicks off the movie with the Explorers Club when they're all
oh
frozen and
yeah,
the record is
Oh yeah,
playing, that is that's one of my favorite movie openings because I'm just like, this is from like a set dressing perspective, immaculately done, so
hmm
cool. But what a tone to set for a movie.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
thought that one was really fun.
Agreed, agreed. And then we have some more figs saying hard to beat the original. Josh Brown was saying two. He watched way more as a kid. We have, and I'm gonna address the super chats, everybody. Once we again, I want to make sure Emily eats a hot meal. But
Thank you.
Yimbo is our hot
We
frosty. I like that.
we there is an egregious amount of Hawaiian food that was just ordered to my house because I'm on the West Coast for Thanksgiving break, and it may not surprise anybody who is in the chat on the East Coast, but not a ton of Hawaiian food available in Rhode Island unless you are making it yourself. I would really like somebody else to cook my spam for me this week. So I'm very, very excited to eat a lot of ribs and spam
Perfect.
musubi shortly after
nice.
this we're done here.
Well, Emily, I have something that is from our third toy daddy, Chris, aka Toy Father, who we had our last conversation with you. So Chris sent in a congratulatory video. So he's been like a songwriter of late. So
I love it.
we're just gonna sit back if you don't mind enjoying this, and
Please.
then
Oh no,
we'll
I'm so excited about whatever this might be.
I think
Please.
this might be the very first, a fan edit for you. So I
Oh
think
God.
here we go.
oh wait we got yeah.
I'm in an Ecto-1 van. Emily and the team, they put in the work. No one believed, but they never shirked. Built a dream on a whim and a plan. Now we're cruising in an Ecto-1 van. Ghostbusting squad on a mission grand. Crowd rallied round, lending a hand. Spook inspector scared out of town. With our toy car driving around. They ain't afraid of no ghosts, no way. With their hearts they pave the way. So one rolling down the street. Ghostbusters Go is now complete. Ghostbusters Go is now complete.
So the Ghostbusters goal is now complete.
That was incredible. So did he put that together between yesterday and today?
He did. That is a true story.
He started doing those things when he had a fever. Like he had like a high fever for a few days and just keeps doing it. That's where we got our new intro song as well.
Right.
Your intro song is a banger. I was listening to it. I was like, what a fun upgrade this is. I love it when there's musical accompaniment. There is a very, very nice gentleman who does a Mr. Allen in the World of Toys podcast.
Oh, yes.
And he does live piano music as intros and outros for all of his guests. And Lenny and I always loved doing G.I. Joe interviews with him because we were just like, we want Mr. Allen to sing us a song about G.I. Joe. So this is now ranking way up there. So many, many thank yous. I cannot wait to share that with the team tomorrow. They'll be very excited.
Well, again, Emily, like, I mean, we could continue laughing and talking all night long, but again, it's just like, I'm so thankful for this time that you were able to carve out for us. And
thank you so much for having me, guys.
Your whole Sunday evening, but thank you so much and congratulations. And again, congratulations to the team on our behalf, and just that's fantastic. So
I will.
We're looking forward to ours in a year.
Oh, yes. Good. We're just so thankful and so honored that the Ghostbusters and toy communities have come together and decided to make this a reality again. And so we just can't wait until everybody gets yours, and we will continue to, refine and make this as best as we possibly can. Our motto is always, this or something better, for what you see during the campaign. So we can't wait to kind of give you design and development updates along the way and keep you in the loop, and can't wait to show you kind of the next round of models that we'll get in for this. It's really exciting. I'm really excited that our campaign models lasted for the entirety of the campaign, considering that they did international travel. And
yeah, you guys were everywhere. Emily, you were everywhere.
If I ever decide to do 3 weeks of back-to-back conventions in different places ever again, please somebody just be like, hey, so remember last time when you said that just drove you kind of nuts? Maybe we don't do that again. I think having London in the middle was really what broke me. But it's always so much fun to get to meet fans and get to talk about the products that we're doing, getting to see the look on everybody's faces when they're excited, and it's wonderful. So thank you all for everything, and we couldn't do this without you guys.
Oh, well, thank you, Emily. And just so you know, if you're in New Jersey, I'm no Matt Cardona, but I would also enjoy filming a thing at the Ecto.
Perfect. Thank you. I will keep that in mind for our next trip to New Jersey. Honestly, the most exciting, Matt Cardona is a lovely human being, and the Ectotech team is amazing. But what we were really excited about is the New Jersey service areas named after members of the New Jersey Hall of Fame. So we stopped at the John Bon Jovi service area, and honestly, one of the nicest highway rest stops we've ever been to. There's a giant LED wall that plays Bon Jovi videos. There's a little memorabilia Hall of Fame. It was truly a delightful experience. So please thank your state for me.
You're very welcome on behalf of the state of New Jersey.
Congratulations on being the official New Jersey delegate this evening. We really appreciate everything you've done.
Chewy, do you have any other final closing questions or thoughts for Emily?
No, I'm always excited for more Ghostbuster stuff. I'm glad to see Plasma Series coming back around. And as you said, it's an all-in-one type package, and it feels good to see again. My only hope is next time we get to see Janine. That would be on my wish list.
I would love to see Janine. Who knows what the future may hold for us, but I'm excited to be able to do a little bit more of an update on that kind of mysterious pack that we've been alluding to, on knowing that people are looking for those kind of 1984 classic tan suit Ghostbusters, and kind of how we're going to bring those to life again. So what I can say is it is not going to be a straight re-release. So there will be something different, and it will be all 4 of the main 1984 Ghostbusters available in a single pack. How's that for more little tidbits that a little breadcrumb trail that I'm just dropping?
I love that.
Yeah. So there will be some updates, but because we want to make sure that even if you already have the 1984 figures that we did, that there's a little something different for you.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well, that'll be the next. Well, I mean, I'm sure I'll be bothering you with another email at some time in the near future.
Oh, please email me whenever you like.
That'll definitely be another conversation we'd love to pick your brain on.
Perfect.
I had my little guys all set up here.
They're along in development. Oh, they look beautiful. Fabulous. Way to bust those ghosts, guys.
They're so good. They're so good. They're so good. But you're so good. So Emily, thank you so
Oh, thank
much.
you.
I really appreciate it. Again, you can just X out the tab. You can just be like these guys. But no, thank you so much. Again, really
Absolutely
appreciate it.
lovely as always. Thank you guys. And
Yay.
enjoy the rest of your evening and hot frosty.
Yeah,
May it be
enjoy
everything you
your
hope it will
food,
be.
your hot food.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest
Thank
of your
you,
night.
Emily.
See you later,
Bye.
Emily. Yay, that was so awesome. Oh, she's the best. She's the best.
She
That
is. She is. So nice.
So nice. Dude, see, both of us. Jinx. Speaking of really, really nuts, I have two. Again, I was keeping an eye on the chat, everybody. So thank you for being understanding that when we're in interview mode sometimes, but I see the things coming in. And another wonderful person, again, never expected, always appreciated. Solo Center, thank you so much for the super chat. Very so, Emily. So want to see you with these fine gents. Congrats to the team on the Ecto. I should have read that before. I apologize, but yeah, Solo Sitter, thank you so much, Emily. Hey, she's gonna be playing this stream for the rest of the team because gonna have to share that Toy Father jam session. So you are the best, Solo Sitter. Thank you so much. And here's another sweet boy. Again, he was in the chat before calling me your hot frosty. But it is December, my dudes. Just want to say hi to my favorite Toy Daddies and congratulate Emily and the whole Ghostbuster Haslab team. So, John, thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. And, man, like, it's so awesome that Ecto's happening. Because did we put on our orders yet? We have to put in our orders. We have to confirm.
I did. I definitely did.
Then I got to put my order in.
Yeah.
We have a whole day left. All right.
Mine. It was because you were at New York Comic Con at the time.
Oh, you just did
it was like 12:09 that day. I was like, "Oh, it's up!" Click.
Yeah, nice. All right. So you were super in there. So you.
Oh yeah, I made my. I'm not known to make a decision quickly, but for this, I did.
That one. See, anything goes. That's it. Machu and J Shot. Anytime we want Chewy to make a decision, just sprinkle some Ghostbuster element on it. That's all. Jurassic Jesse's in the house. What's going on, my man?
Live by. If I can instantly make a decision, I should buy it.
Yeah.
And if I can't, then I should really let it go.
That's not a bad way as we
2025.
2025, we have a whole new, I feel like, clarity on, again, each year we get better. That's the hope, right? The hope is that each year we get better as people, as collectors, as toy photography, all the things. But yeah, man, so thank you guys for great questions tonight. Alan Rappaport's in the house. Alan Rappa, what's going on, buddy boy? Let's see. Ooh, Haslab 112 scale, stay puffed, please. So I really didn't want to, like, I'm sure
we could have talked to her for another hour, 2 hours, and gone through all the thoughts. Because yeah, exactly. More ghosts, more Stay Puft. What would 112 Stay Puft look like? Because he does scale a building. So would this be like a 30-inch? Is it a giant man size? I'm for it. I am for it. And then you could have swap out heads with the burnt
right. So, see, and that's the thing. So again, Emily being so wonderful, I had more questions locked and loaded for her, but then a part of me stopped. So one of my questions was going to be if they already, because I'm sure they've already considered what their next one, or maybe even it's already locked down what the next Haslab will be, right? 2 years out from yada yada. But people need to enjoy their wins and enjoy their moments. And
absolutely.
That's why I wasn't my brain went to that question, of course, just as a consumer that's like, oh, I want more things. What else are you working on? What's the next thing?
Oh, a collector wants more?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I didn't want to do that to her tonight. Because like I said, I wanted her and the team to really enjoy this. This is a momentous thing for when they clear these. I mean,
It's an achievement, absolutely is, especially this one where there was some plateau that happened, and now we're okay. Everyone's gonna get their Ecto-1s, and exactly. It's a victory lap, and a big congratulations out to the team. Yeah. That being said, Stay Puft, 36-inch Stay Puft would be pretty incredible.
That would be awesome. I was gonna go with Firehouse.
36-inch Firehouse. There we go.
I mean,
would you want it to be more of the Kenner style, or would you want it to be its own interpretation? It has to be pulled basically from the movie.
Ooh.
Because the Kenner Firehouse holds a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people, but it's not necessarily accurate to anything.
I mean, this, of course, how see this is why, you know, Emily and like those are and the Hasbro team, those are the people that are actually designing and engineering these toys. Because yeah, for me to just throw out like a firehouse,
Oh, like a bag of money.
like yeah, and now that you're like question, I don't know how would they pull that, because I mean, I would want something that could be toy photography.
It would have to fit the Ecto-1.
What's
minimum? Minimum. The firehouse would have to fit the Ecto-1.
And that would be the other aspect. So, I mean, now you're looking at a big old building. Not that, you know, like our boy, his toy father's getting the cat lair. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, like that NECA thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, that could be kind of neat. But would it?
It'd be really cool because one side of the wall could have the lockers. And you could open them up, store a figure in there.
Yeah, you'd have to have it where internals would be, like you'd have to be able to play with the inside as well as the outside. It couldn't just be building just enough to stick the Ecto. Like, you know, like I can picture like a photo, but that's like one shot, and it's like no, you're right. It needs more. It needs more than that.
Upstairs, you have a kitchen, a bedroom, Slimer in the attic. You need the rooftops.
Yeah.
All right. So Yimbo is in for a $750 Ghostbuster Firehouse to scale with his 1/12.
No, you know what? You're starting to win me over on this Stay Puffed. I think that would be I think that'd be really cool. Stay Puffed. Because you know what? There are enough wonderful dial makers that are out there that could whip up something that I'm thinking of without all of the playset. But again, if they put that out, I would be hard pressed to like. That would be one that I might do. That might be my toy father cat lair. Like if they did do that, I would make.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
you know, we're like,
no, I'm not. I wouldn't say no. I mean,
yeah,
I would stop buying a lot of different toy lines, but yeah, I would definitely go in with it.
Well, yeah. But that's what we're saying.
It'd be like, oh, Sarah Mascot. No, I can't. I bought a firehouse. I have a mortgage. I can't do that.
Oh man, but yes, the year of clarity, maybe. Like that's how I read that. Maybe.
Yeah.
As collectors, I mean, you know, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot with the things that we want and have. Let's see. Very good to know the original 4 coming back out. That is neat.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that, so that was news to me.
That is a Toy Daddy. Let's pretend it's an exclusive information, but there we go. These are my original 4, and the Ecto is exactly what I've needed to take these guys out of their holding container, their tub. Like I needed something, you know, like I did the shots early when I first picked up the team. And then like we need Ghosts and Ecto-1, and now we're getting both. So again, we're eating well as Ghostbusters fans, that's for sure. Arlis Delgado, happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. Citizen of Yambonia. Appreciate you. Ender Shadows in the house. What's going on, Enders? How you doing, man? If you want a 112 Stay Puffed, a costume would be perfect size. Which costume for like... like on us, we would be...
there you go, Hot Frosty. Yeah, there we go.
All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Machi. There you go. It took me a second. KJ Smith's in the house. Would I miss his chat before? Oh, there he is. Beautiful KJ. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, KJ?
And then let's see. Sorry, just scrolling down. Probably just the garage with the desk area for Janine. I could see that. That would be neat.
That would be cool. I need the fire pole too.
Yeah. What about? See, this is some. Ooh. All right, I know Todd was mocked for the $250 price point of the talk show set, but I really like that concept too, especially for guys like us, right? Like that are, you know, space has now, every inch of space we've bought something to put in it. Like, for the two of us and, you know, other toy guys out there that we know. that would be really sick, is having more Dio parts instead of the big old thing. Like, I would be down
Oh,
with that.
okay.
Like,
Okay, I could see that. Maybe
Firehouse rooms
like
as play sets.
if the core team, like they re-release the 4, maybe it's a Comic-Con exclusive, whatever. We don't know. We're just speculating,
Sure.
people.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
But you could have the lockers as like an item that comes with the 4-pack.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Janine comes with the desk.
That would be cool. And then
And if you make that an
pop it
exclusive,
in,
she will sell because
oh yeah.
there's like 5 Janines in the world.
Yeah,
like there's not.
I
they
have
make her a
the one
lot.
that my sister, the fright one that my sister got, you know, because she would always get the girl toys so that we could play together. So, you know, like I had my real Ghostbusters team, and she had that one that had like a fish bowl, and her eyes would bug out, and the fish.
Oh,
would roll
okay,
with
yeah.
eyes. But you're right, not many options for Janine out there in the toy world. So I'm with you. Butt baby, you guys.
That's referring
Blue
to
Chew,
their stream on Friday was they got unhinged and got into that. So
the Blue Chew.
no, the butt babies.
The butt babies. Yeah. Let's see. Diamond Maker to make your Firehouse cosplayer to dress up as the Marshmallow Man. There you go. That's not. I mean, like I would be a part of that photo shoot. Whatever. Take that as it's worth. Zarnista Studios, what's going on? Can't wait for Ecto as well. We have a whole year now to bide our time, but at least we know it's going into production. It will get made, and it will come to those of us that backed. So you still have a full day for anybody like
One
myself.
day and 3 hours. Go for it. It's a good value. Even if you go with the base, I think it's good value.
I think so too. Honestly, I was going back and forth because when you and other people, you know, that I've listened to and talked about it, like, yeah, it's not a bad idea. But see, I love both movies, so it's harder. Like I wasn't aware of this whole other aspect to the fandom. But
it's okay to like a movie from your childhood, even if it's bad. Because if you go back in time or re-review most of the movies you watched ages 6 to 16, you're gonna see some bad movies in that mix.
Yeah, that is very true. Enders would make a perfect Marshmallow Man. You got 1/4 Marshmallow Man. Oh man, there's work more or less. What's going on, Jason? How you doing,
Jason.
our sous chef? How are you? Good. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a good night. By the way, I hope everybody that celebrated had an amazing weekend and an awesome Thanksgiving. I know we just kind of jumped right into toy business tonight. But again, this is coming off of a long weekend for many of us. So I hope everybody had a really just awesome time. You were able to live in moments and appreciate the people around you. And I hope that's my wish for all of you guys.
Absolutely. I wonder if Jason reverted back to chef more or less again and cooked up a Thanksgiving feast.
Oh, that's a good question. I would like to know. Inquiring minds. Here is global icon and national treasure Diggs Figs. What's going on,
What's up,
Ryan?
Diggs?
How are you? And let's see.
He was and Diggs is the winner of the November drawing. We need to come up with a good name. Drive Me Like Your Toy Friends is too long, but Diggs got the first one, and we're in a new month, so we have to do a members only stream. So I can pick the next person I get to draw.
That's right, and they are coming out so great. And you know what? This is a good little time. So to give everybody a heads up, there's going to be probably we'll start one in. It's not going to be one of our full blown long ones because tomorrow night over on the Toy Pick community, again, we were cross streaming everybody just to get some eyes and celebrate this. Emily and the Ecto. Tomorrow night is going to be another massive cross stream. It's going to be your Toy Daddies and your Sentinels getting together for our 3rd annual figure draft.
That's right. Is it
Hell
third?
yeah.
Oh my god, it's the third one.
It's our 3rd. We've done 3, yeah. So Machu won the first one. Did Chris win the last year's?
I forget who won. But yeah,
Look at
Toy draft night.
Yeah, so tomorrow night. So that's actually, I've been fortunate myself. I did find I found my composition notebook with all of my toys that I bought up until I hit the 100 and then just gave up on it. but at least it'll give me like a sense of what I purchased this past year. And but Machu,
Matt, we've been talking about this, and yeah, you're right. I don't think you confirmed today, but I think you said okay last week.
Let's say we're planning like this, just in case. This, otherwise, it's just gonna be us for a top 10.
It's a top 10,
but it's no matter what, it is our Toy Pick Community top 10 tomorrow night. Our goal is to have the Sentinels join us for a figure draft. But yeah, I was busting out my Agent Venom. I started going through my Revoltech figures again, my Revoltech. Toy Father had gifted us the accessory pack.
I haven't opened that yet, but I did start to play with Revoltech Winter Soldier again.
Oh, nice. He was one that... Ooh, come on, stand. There we go. So here, let me do a little Machi motion cam real quick. There. Oh yeah, there he is. He's already there. So this is the guns for the Revoltech set. I still ended up, after all this time, I never opened up his hands. You know how the trigger hands?
Yeah.
So I finally took my X-Acto knife because there was the issue with these, even though they're the specific, special to the company. But I slid them open. It was super easy, for the record. But what I love is how good those guns look in the holster. And did you? So you haven't opened this up yet?
That was in the pack from Chris.
Yeah.
I should open that. It's in my closet.
Yeah.
I still have a bunch from Legion's Con that it's in a tote bag in my closet, and I haven't gone back to it yet.
As I let Wade sit here, here we go. I'll set him up like this. But yeah, the holsters on here are so much better, and they have this little half gun that slides in. So if you want to look with it or not, and then you get the full firearm for actual posing. But yeah,
that's
so
cool.
I'm a big fan of that. And that's actually why I then dusted off Agent Venom, because I'm like, well, if I'm getting out my Revoltech figures, this guy is for sure in the running for, like, it's on the list, I
have him, so I might snipe him just to be a dick, but I don't know how high he rates for me.
Really? Well, that's why I just wanted to...
It's them spikes on the shoulders and the shin pads. It's just like, damn, takes away from it being hand candy for me, because I just stab myself.
That's a fair point. You know what? The thing that I was noticing tonight with him too is that, I kind of chalked it up to all of these Revoltech figures, but they do require such a level of attention while you're posing, because
not all of them. I think one of my favorite experiences was with Captain America. He's more hand candy for me. Like, I could get him in almost any pose I'm trying to, almost without looking. So like, even right now I'm playing with Loki's Miles, and I'm not looking, but I can tell how the pose is going as I play with it under the screen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's what I'm saying about Agent Venom, because I've tried it once. I'm like,
yeah, no, I know
this one.
And I was gonna say, for like, my critique is with the tentacle, like the tendrils, and just in general, like, you're right. It's not every Revoltech figure, but on somebody like that's a little more nuanced, even Deadpool, because you have his katanas to worry about, holsters, you have all the little little addendums. So when you go to pose them around, like, I'm saying, for setting up for a photo, it requires like laser focus to get the balancing and the nuance of the look right without knocking something off or loose, or like off kilter, just any of this stuff. So you're right. Like, he's great though. Like, I want to have him in my assortment, just so that my list to pull from.
So to give people an idea, because we won't presume everyone's seen the last two. I can't believe we did two of them. But the way it goes, it's like fantasy football. We're going in a snake draft order. You can't pick someone else's figure from that has already been selected. We each compile a team of 5 figures, and then we put it up to a vote in the chat. We start pairing people off, and then we see who wins. But to your point, I think Chris won one, and then I think Matt won the first one.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt won the first one. Chris, won last year. It was I think down to him and Matt again, right? Was I feel like Matt's always gonna be in. He always puts that good team together. But man,
Matt cheats. He starts posing them on the screen. He's using a smoke machine, and like it rises from like the smoke. You're like, come on.
Again, this is my version of the motion camera. I can just do this.
But that actually does work though. Add some smoke.
Right. Oh, I have it somewhere.
Just messing around.
So let's see. Andy's Panties in the house. Happy Sunday evening.
What's going on?
I need to win a membership. There you go. Didn't Chris cheat? It's always possible. Possible.
Probably.
And so anyway, that's going to be tomorrow evening, and it's going to
be.
So
wait. Confirm, Matt. Can you do tomorrow night? Because otherwise, I'll change the thumbnail for tomorrow.
Oh, he used Laser Man.
Well, he didn't cheat the game. He just, infringed. That's different. He cheated legal.
It can only be. We'll have to outlaw customs for this year.
Outlaw customs, and then we're gonna outlaw KOs and third parties and unlicensed. You're like, oh my god.
That is a good question, though. Well, you know what? Yeah, we do have to kind of iron out our rules, so that'll be in the chat tonight. Because again, tonight was going to be on the shorter end, so we
can figure in hand.
That was the other piece, like the figure in hand. Oh man, I'm screwed.
I mean, this was inspired by the Marvel Legends team, where they do end of year draft and they have categories. We don't do that. We do a snake order, and it's pretty open season. So maybe what I'll do as we're going through it tomorrow night, I'll just start pulling some pictures, and so we have the lineups as we go along.
That's a great idea. Just in case, because like I said, I'm gonna have my list handy. Most of the stuff I can access, but like over the course of the last couple of months, like there's 2 bigger plastic tubs that when I got a little lazy, I just started throwing legends into.
No, I agree. I have 2 or 3 tubs, like the smaller ones, that just has like figures and bags. Like but I keep a spreadsheet, so
right. Okay. I know you're better. Yeah, just put the figures to the side. I know that's the goal. We keep it simple, but fun. Ray Paz, I did, and I apologize. This whole week has just flown by because what I did my quote unquote midstream week with Cody. Yeah, Tuesday, because we had the last Sunday's show was. Not to bring up the whole customer service thing again, but we had that show with Cody.
Right. He's been ignoring us too. It's not just you.
I'm just inundated. So, Ray, I did get it. I will get back to you. I told you. I have a Frankie. If I have one Frankie, if it's going to end up in your hands, it'll end up in your hands, and I can deal with finding another one. All right? We got you. But, yes, I need to reply to you. So, that's rude. I'm sorry. Let's see. Same here. The tubs, I have 2 of them. Yeah, like it happens. So I try not to.
Starts with 2.
I know, and then you got to be careful because all of a sudden, then like organization starts to slip, and as long as you know where people like right now, I know what's in there, but yes, I need to get reorganized. Saturn's Visitor, how you doing? Thank you for joining us this evening. And let's see, I'll lead with the Ruben Enders, just follow the smell. There you go.
What?
So many different chats, I know, and no problem, Ray. Yeah, tomorrow will probably be a little crazy too. I think a fun game would be whoever at the start of tomorrow's stream has the well, I guess who's the official now? You guys are running it. We're running it. We're running it.
We're
so
running
toy
it.
Pick. Yeah, so we have the men in the chair.
We open it up if Matt and John want to stream on the Macho Toy YouTube channel. Absolutely, yeah. It's always open for that. J-Shot
maybe here too. We're just gonna take over YouTube. It's gonna be a figure draft taking over YouTube.
Yeah, that's right, Wade. If you can't follow us on, see, it's fine because he met me and he.
I know, Cagey. So which one do I stay in? I know that's what we will make sure that tomorrow night. We just want to make sure it's all blasted out, and that all you guys know that it's happening and we're doing the thing. But yeah, tomorrow night will be Toy Pick. I'm assuming the main chat tonight is over on my channel, but who knows at this point? Again, I can
Wherever
bring
you
all the
are,
stuff
feel
up.
free to
I
click like,
appreciate all that.
share,
Yeah,
subscribe, all the good stuff. We appreciate you spending any moment of your life hanging out with us doing this.
yeah. Come on, having fun, having a good,
Yes.
having fun, talking about our toys. It's so good. And Michael says, I think I might try Chewy's idea, bag the figs in the tubs. It's real, like his idea is so sound because you keep all of the hands and accessories, all the little things, it's all zipped up. I've been using his too. I know, I've been using them.
Like even these, the little mystery figures, they end up in a bag.
Yep.
It keeps them from getting lost, and it keeps them from like getting a real paint rub.
Yeah. Enders is jumping around chats like a pinball. I apologize for that. That was just, we wanted to make sure that it was a full-blown Toy Daddy takeover of this evening. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a mess. But again, if you are listening live, if you're watching the replay, the main chat to talk to each other while we are obviously being goofs on screen for you will be the Toy Pick community. So we'll just say that. But yeah, expect cross streams on everybody's channels tomorrow.
Ooh, Ray,
Josh says, whatever the host says, who knows at this point? It's never a good sign. How about a rule? If you pick the same figure, that figure gets voided from the draft. That is the thing. That's what's fun about it, is that because that happened, I'll always go back to the SHF Tobey Maguire. That was my first pick, and I think Chris took it that year, or maybe Machu. That first year, that one really hurt. And it happens. That's like part of it. And Chewy, you're a jerk. You like to specifically go for.
I love doing it because it's just so fun.
Yeah. See, that's why I haven't said anything about. You know, Agent Venom.
You
is
have one on the screen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I haven't been saying my top figures because the last time I did it, you guys all jumped on.
That's right, and I didn't say which one I picked for Kirk's figure rewinds.
Ooh, I have to pick that one too.
You haven't done it?
When does it due?
Today?
No, was it really?
Just message him. No.
Sorry, Kirk. Okay, I will. Oh shoot, I felt like it was later last year. Okay, that's on me. I'll send a message. Okay. Ender says, I got the KO Agent Venom, and man, I need to repaint it bad. Neighbor Dan just got his KO Agent Venom, and he likes it a lot. So I do know that paint can be spotty. Let's see. In the Venom head, they only painted half the head. Well, that's a yeah.
Well, is it because it's like, half-assed?
I was picturing like Eddie. No, it's no, it's yeah. Oh, that sucks.
That'd be great.
Sorry,
they paint the fleshy sides, but like the other side, it's gray.
Okay. Oh, Jay Shot took the Tobey Maguire. All right. Let's see. By the way, most of the figures for this year I won. Chewy backtracked and got this year. There you go. Kirk, y'all making content for him. He's a genius. It's true, but hey, I gotta get on that. It's nice to.
Josh, I didn't think about that way.
No, because it's just nice to be asked. It's nice to be included. I always say yes to stuff.
It's him actually asking me is a fond memory for me, because I think we just started following each other back like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever it was before he did his first one. And he messaged me after I went live from ChrisCon the first year. And I had just gone live with our friend Ryan, and we were talking about Mythic Legion, and it was my first real exposure to Mythic. And then right after, Kirk messaged me and invited me into the favorite figure of that year.
Yeah.
So like that moment was just, it's a good memory for me.
Yeah. Oh, and Kirk's so awesome. And again, so much best of luck on all of the things that he does. He kills it in every way, shape, and form. So I do want to be a part of that. And damn, I gotta pick my figure. All right, I gotta make
it's
sure.
Only 60 seconds, and I'll let you know I cheated a little bit.
Did you go over, or did you?
No. I used our platform. I just hit records.
Oh yeah.
And then I didn't edit. I didn't redub anything, and I showed off pictures off of my Instagram feed of being like, this is my favorite, and I showed like 4 pictures. I'm like, thanks, bye.
That works. By the way, we have a picture from Enders. There we go. There's that half page. That stinks, man. It's a good thing you know talented people, and you actually, I don't know your artistic ability, Enders. So you might very well be like, screw it, I'm gonna paint it. But we also know people that can. So, but that is very frustrating. Um, let's see. I kid. Kirk is the man. There we go. Yeah, need to get him Allegiance Con. I know he was so close this year. He just became a man, Josh. He's a young lad. He's a young lad. What was it, Girk? Was that from that Unparalleled stream, Girk? Oh, it's too funny. All right, so tomorrow night, 9 p.m., figure draft with Between Two Sentinels, Machu and J-Shot. We have our top 10. We'll be sprinkling in, over every couple of rounds. We'll go over a new photo. And what else is going on this week?
I think after the stream, I would love to set up just to spin the wheel again, so I could pick.
We need
one of the members of the Laserverse, so I could draw them for the month of December.
Yep.
Give me a full month to work through that. But on Sunday, if you're still around, Turnaround is doing his big charity stream this weekend, 24 hours, I believe.
Okay.
And it's going to bleed into Sunday morning, where the Toy Daddies will appear at 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. All of the proceeds are going to a good cause. It's going to St. Jude's. So a worthy charity. Most charities are worthy. So
yeah.
Tune in. We're going to be there having breakfast, Toy Daddies.
Thank you for reminding me. So next Sunday I will be streaming at 8 a.m. and then 8 p.m.
This is why Mrs. Yimbo, I'm her favorite, because I'm reminding you of things you need to do.
Oh man, it's Saturday night to Sunday night. My goodness gracious. Yeah, buddy. Whew.
That's cool. That's cool. And let's take a moment and talk about charities. Anyways, Turnaround's having his big one this weekend. Lots of guests. Goes to a good cause again. St. Jude's, really noble charity. Fully support. Additionally to that, it's the month of December. It's our constant reminder that us as collectors, we collect 11 months of the year. This year, maybe consider picking up a gift for a child in need. We believe in Toys for Tots. There's lots of local, similar toy drives available. And, I stick with not only as a child in need, but, the toy that you donate may become their favorite toy or their only toy. So please consider.
Yeah, and to our, and just to add on to what Chewy say, but even if you are one of our fellow toy daddies out there, or a toy mama, if you're a toy parent, most likely your schools or like your children's schools are doing different drives as well. So that's a very easy send in a new toy, with your own kid to then have them donate. So because that's what my wife and I do all the time, through our two buildings, and
I know
we have kids in school, and it's going to do, toys going everywhere. Toys are going everywhere.
That's right. I know I've been picking and choosing as the sales have been going on with Target the last 5-6 weeks. I've been picking up small things here and there when I see a good deal on a cool toy. So I got a couple bags I get to donate, which is always a good feeling for me.
Yeah. We just found some toys that ended up, we went, we had some nice unopened toys that I guess somehow, in the grand scheme of all the toys that are in this house, we're just, this is great. This is going to be going off. Someone's going to enjoy this. So that was that. But yeah, like you said, the deals out there right now. Now's the time. Now's the time, not just for ourselves, but for the children. And Josh Brown is saying that the Cabal is donating, and they have a little extra motivation with a little chance at awesome prizes by going.
That's awesome. I didn't realize.
So you could do that too if you want to have a little skin in the game. Ender said, I'm better at painting Gundams, not so good with head sculpts. I got to practice more. All right. Well, that's actually not a terrible one to practice on, because you just be looking at the teeth and the gums to do. So I think that's a good one to start with in terms of head sculpts.
Yeah. No, I agree. And because it's Venom, you probably have a little bit of leeway if it does look a little messier.
Oh yeah, no, I was listening to you. Sorry.
I was like, no, Yimbo doesn't give a care.
I absolutely do care. So let's see.
Are we plugging Chubsy Wubsy?
Here
So
we go. Of
as you find the
course.
website, Chubsy Wubsy, if you're not aware, it's this amazing independent toy store based out in what city in New Jersey?
Little Falls.
Little Falls, New Jersey. Great family-owned business. We know them, we love them, and they're doing a Toys for Tots drive. That's amazing.
Yep. So this is all on the Chubsy Wubsy page, and that's in conjunction with the Adventures in Collecting podcast, AIC. Eric and Dave, such nice guys. So yes, this is really awesome, and you're in for a giveaway of Giant Man by doing so as well. So
That's
again,
cool.
it's like we keep saying, your chance to give back and maybe get a little something for contributing. So there you go. But sweet. Got to pay respects to the tribal chief. Love you, Chubsy Wubsy family. Love you guys. And Ray Paz isn't Target doing a 50% off toys tomorrow for Cyber Monday.
Really?
We'll have to check. And there's Agent Variant in the house. What's up, George?
Also, I was just in Target today and I bought toys. Dang it.
What happened?
I was just in Target and my kids bought like a bunch of toys.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh. Got to check that circle, man.
So hard keeping up with everything.
Oh, I know. Josh Brown, Chubsy was the highlight of Legion's Con. Hell yeah, man. It's such a what a great store to walk into. Just it feels so good. And
it was a cool vibe. Very cool vibe. Oh, Agent Variant, what's going on?
Yeah, George's in the house. So I guess we're gonna cut it. Yeah, we'll start saying our goodbyes because even Chewy, we could keep talking. We probably still will a little bit afterwards, but this has just been so much fun. So again, guys, reminder: if you are just catching at any point in the second half of the stream this evening, we had on Emily from Hasbro to talk the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Congratulatory victory lap because they were backed yesterday. So we got to talk to Emily, and that was so much fun. So Emily, thank you again for joining us this evening. And Chewy, thank you for hanging out as well.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you. And we miss you, Chris, as always. Miss our toy father.
Yeah, he's on a boat again. You think it's winter and you shouldn't be on a boat, but he's on a boat.
He's on a boat. That's just what he does. Let's see. Just my suggestion for those who want to donate, go get a figure from Target tomorrow. That's what we're saying right now. I knew where you're going. Absolutely. I knew exactly where you're going with that.
Well, I'm just thinking for myself, who was just in a Target 3 hours ago.
Right. Yeah. Chip was just kicking himself right now.
But yes, tomorrow it's a good opportunity to pick up a toy at a discount. Donate it.
Yeah. Oh, Ray, thank you so much as always, man, for hanging out. He had a comment. I didn't get to bring it up. Oop. Where are we back with Emily?
You know what? Maybe I'll go back tomorrow. If it is a good discount day, I'll pick up a lot of those Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem ones, the mix and match ones. Those are really fun.
Yeah. So Ray, this was I knew there was something that I saw and I meant to bring, and then just with the flow of the conversation. So he was thinking, this was back with the Rattler and then not giving us the patch. So this is when we were talking about the boxes, maybe. If you want,
which one's the Rattler? Is that the plane?
That's the new
Cobra plane.
New Cobra one, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, but yeah. So all right, Ray, we'll have to keep talking. I will ask you about it more specifically when I email you back about Frankie. So thank you guys again. Super chats. Thank you so much, Solo Center. Thank you so much, my man Jay Shabby. Both of you guys are fantastic. Thank you. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, Michael, for being here. Machu, thank you. And Machu's putting the pressure on. Should we go back tonight? Just do it.
They are open for another 39 minutes. So
do they have the Secret Wars? Were they on the shelf?
No, my Target has nothing for collectors.
Got it.
But for kids, which typically a toy section is meant for,
right?
So a lot of good stuff.
Well, good. All right. Well, that makes sense. That is where it should look like. At least should be packed, right? Whether or not it's all for us. It's nice seeing the pegs full. But all right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on the Toy Pick community. Blast that out everywhere. Figure draft with the Sentinels. Anything else? Right. All good?
No, that's it.
All right. Love everybody. Have a great
night.
Good night, all. Peace.